Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Previous lesson we finalized our filters. Now today we're going to start our global error handle exceptions. But before that, if you remember, we have a problem about our filters. Actually not a problem, it's a kind of too much copy paste. Let's have a look quickly. I need to have a look to our extensions. Yeah, here we go. If you write your filter same as exactly like that one, so it won't be, you don't need to add your scopes for all controllers. This is a generic filters, and this is how we add our generic filters in our program CS file, I mean extensions. Okay, hopefully it's understood, and let's carry on our global handle global exceptions. But before that as well, yeah, I told too much before that, so I need to show you something. Let's open our application. um, Beginning of the project, while we're creating our project, while we're doing our configurations, if you remember, we skipped to doing our delete behavior. Now we're going to edit now, and if we try to delete a data which has some child data, so the application will prevent us to delete it. Let me log in first and I will show you. Alright, let's go to categories. So we have one category here and we have portfolio here, right? Yeah, perfect. Let's add a portfolio here. Let's add portfolio. It's a test. Oops, sorry guys, I misclick. Alright, sorry. Let's make it a test. And by the way, I noticed that it must be a drop down. We need to select our um, category, but for this time, I'm gonna skip it. I'm just gonna write another thing. Just new category and just select just JPEG. Okay, and category created as well. So the thing is, when I click the delete the category, it shouldn't be deleted because it has it has a portfolio related to this category. So let's try to delete it and it's gone. So what happens to our portfolio? It's gone as well. I don't want that. When I click the delete it, if there is a data, it shouldn't be deleted. Okay. So once it's done, the application should have thrown an exception. So we're going to catch this exception and return a meaningful message. Well, let's close the application. Now let's go our configurations, guys, to the repository configuration web application category, and we need to build our relation category and portfolio manually. And while we're doing it, we're going to add extra little configuration, which is going to be about the delete behavior. Builder dot has many because one category has many portfolio, right? Where is the portfolio? Why it's not coming up? Let's go back to our entity. Here we go. We forgot to add our public. That's why we couldn't catch our portfolio. Now, here we go. Portfolios with one. So one portfolio has only one category, right? Category dot delete on delete behavior. If we write here cascade, which is this is the default one, this is what we have right now, we're going to change it to restrict. Now if we try to delete our category, if there is a data related to this category, you can't delete it. Okay, let's go to the portfolio. Do the same things for the portfolio configuration. Builder has one, because one portfolio has just only one category. And with many. So one category have many portfolio. Oops, sorry guys. Portfolios dot delete behavior, and I'm gonna change to the restrict. Perfect. Now it's done. Now all we need to do is save them all, close all tabs, minimize everything. We need to update our database. Add migration test 222. Let's do it. Don't forget to select your repository layer. All right, let's oops, I'm sorry. Let's update database. Before that, if you would like to see what we changed, is if you can see referential action for on delete is restrict now, for which table, as you can see, portfolios, and same as the other one. Where is the manager? Okay, update database. All done. Perfect. Database is now all up to date. Okay, let's now try to delete our category now. Password 12 star star. Oops. 12 star star. Yep. Let's go to category. Let's try to delete it when we have data related to project category. Let's try to delete it. Here we go. SQL exception. That's what we need to catch, guys. SQL exception. And there's a conflict in database. So that's what we need to catch. Alright, let's go back. Close it now. Okay. Now, how are we going to catch our exceptions? Let's go to our program CS file, and I'm gonna bring this global exception to the outside because it's only work if it's not its development method. So if you would like to use this exception handler out of the development method in the development method, bring it here. Okay, I'm gonna create a controller which is called error, and I'm gonna make a action method which is going to be named general exceptions. Yeah, exceptions. Yep, it's alright. So now all done. If our application catch an exception, we going to redirect it to error controller general exceptions. Let's create those two then. Our controllers here. Let's create add controllers. It's going to be empty one. Error controllers. Let me see how many have been done. It's already 9 minutes. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna create a general exceptions. This is the name of method. When we come here, when we redirect it here, we able to catch our exceptions. So let's catch them. And I'm gonna use HTTP context, which is heart of our application. I'm gonna get features. I'm gonna get I exception handler feature dot error. Now we get our exceptions. Okay, it cannot be null because if we here, so there is an exceptions because global exception handle direct us to this action method, obviously. Okay, now we're going to catch them. If exception is client side exceptions, which is we create those, um, return we're going to return a view, but we're going to how can I say, yeah, we're going to return a view model here. Let's leave it like that for now. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. If exception is a db update concurrency exception, which I mentioned before too many times, we're going to return our remodel. And if the exceptions, this is a little bit specific, exceptions dot inner exceptions is SQL exceptions, because this SQL exception, this is an inner exception, not the outer one. So we're going to catch this like that. But in SQL exception, there are many exception types. So we're going to assign this exception dot inner exception. We're going to assign in another variable, SQL exception. This is how work is prefix, guys. If you're using is, there is a logic here. If exception dot inner exception is an SQL exception, it assigns this variable, this data to this variable. You can choose whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to use SQL exception. Also, now we have a variable which is called SQL exception. SQL exception dot number must be 457. So this is exactly catch the conflict. You can memorize this one. Okay, and anything else? So we are using an identity library, so we don't need 401. We don't need to catch the 401 errors because if somebody didn't enter any password or something like that to authorize, they will automatically direct to the login page. So if any unauthorized person, which is we can't do that right now because we didn't add our roles, which is going to be added later lessons. When we add our roles and policies, we're going to improve our access denied page, and I'm going to add 403 error message. So I'm gonna skip that one as well. So it seems now all error messages we have here. Okay. Another one, if we got an error which they are different from those exceptions, we're going to return kind of internal server error message, which is which is going to be locked later. So if we're going to lock them later lessons, let's create it now and return view model. Oops, not that one. This I'm gonna do this one. Okay. Hopefully you understand what I'm doing right now. Now we need a, as you can see, we need a V model, error V model. Let's build this now. Error V model. Prop list string, because we might more than one errors. And I want to, when I call error v model and I want this list created as soon as possible, that's why I'm using this section. And public short status code. Okay, let's create the constructors now. Alright, I'm going to create an empty one as well. And if I need to add just one string, I'm going to create another constructor. Let's copy this one. Just string error. And error is going to be so we don't waste our time to create new list and add the error in it. So we just use this constructor and it easy to use for the later usage, guys. Okay, let's save it. And anything else that we need to do, let's have a look quickly. Oh, I guess all done. Let's get back to our controller now. So let's create a new error v model. Where is the error v model? It's control dot. Yep, here we go. And we have three constructor as you can see. And I'm going to just one error and status code. Error is exceptions dot error exceptions dot message. Yep, sorry. And the status code is there any, are we going to return status code from the client side exceptions? I don't think so. I'm gonna make it 401. 401, yeah, 401 it will be okay. And DB concurrency exception, this is 401 as well. I am going to use the same, but I'm not gonna use the original message. Instead of, I'm gonna change it with the manual one. Your data has been changed. Please try again later. And 401 again. This is a client error. And alright, perfect. Let's add this one as well. Again, I'm gonna use a specific message. You have to delete all relevant data before. You have to delete all relevant data before. Yeah, before to move on. Yep, it's going to be 401 again because it's a client side exit. All of them is client side exceptions. And if it's not, guys, I am going to return a meaningful message to the user. Um, server error. Please speak your admin. Alright, and the error code is must be 500. Okay, because this is the server error. I guess all done. All we need to do just create our view now. Let's add view, and this is going to be a razor view, and without layout. Let's create it now. How many minutes done? 19 minutes. Hopefully in 5 or 6 minutes we're going to finalize this section. Come on, come on, come on. Perfect. Let's delete here. And I'm gonna bring a layout format. Let's Control A, Control C, and Control V. I don't need those sections. And also, this is the header. I don't need the header, I guess. No, do I need? Um, Navigation. No, header. Is user identity name? No, I don't need it, I guess. I don't need them all. Let's delete it. Yep. I don't need render body. And I don't need that one as well. Perfect. I only need the main section. And let's change the name. Not found or error page. Anything else do we need to put here? Okay, let's find our um let's add our design. Error 404, control A, not control A, actually all I need is this section. Yep. And let's add our model now. Error, we model. Not that one. I'm gonna delete this one as well, but not now. Control X. Let's go to view imports. Here we go. Control S. Add model dot status code. Add for each. I'm gonna use for each because we have store we store our errors in a list method. Not model, it's only at item. This model dot errors. Yeah, perfect. Let's save it now. Anything else? Let's delete this section. Image is going to be admin. And do I need a container? I'm gonna delete the container. I guess. Let's see how it's going to be like that. Then we can change the design. I'm gonna keep the back to home, and also I need another one back to admin, back to home. We can change the reference later. Let's have a quick look now. Let's play. Stop play. Actually, it's run. Let's run our application. Let's try our errors now. Password 12 ***. Here we go. Let's create an error for us. Edit. Let's throw a client-side exception. Here we go. When we when we um, enter an identified ID, so we have a specific message here. But if as you can see, the picture slightly moved a little bit right, so we're going to fix this. And I don't like the buttons, how they look like. Okay, let's do some fixings now. I am going to change. Let's delete container. I'm gonna delete the container. Yep. And I am going to run my application without debug, not to log in all the time. Password 12 star star. Okay, let's go to admin, about, edit. We still have problem here. Okay, anything else that I can do? Let's delete the section. No, we can't delete the section. What about the main? Let's edit. Alright, it's better. Let's keep it down. Control KD. Let's delete the spaces. And we need to make something with the buttons. Content center, align items center. Let's put a div here and put those buttons into the div. Let's have a look now. Yep, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Back to home, back to admin. Perfect. Let's keep it like that. Anything else? Let's change the addresses as well. ASP controller, actually area, nothing, because it's the home. ASP controller going to be home. We didn't create yet, do not worry. And index. Alright, let's copy this section, paste to the downside. Area is admin, controller is dashboard, action is index. It's the back to admin. Okay, alright, perfect, lovely. And anything else should I do? We catch our errors. How many minutes have been done? It's 28 minutes. Alright. I'm just have a quick look. Is there any missing part? Error controllers. Okay, global exception handlers. All done. Okay guys, let's finish this lesson here. I hope you understand how we handling exception. It seems it's really pretty easy, but believe me, to collect these all informations in one place and serve you, it took too much time for me, because while I was looking this exception on the internet, on the courses, and everybody says really interesting things, and you couldn't you I couldn't able to find all of them in one place, but that's why I'm doing these videos. Hopefully it works for you, and uh, hopefully you can use those methods and action and exceptions at your own project, guys. Take care of yourself. See you on next lesson. Bye bye.